week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We are broadcasting it from the Boise State Esports Arena, and welcome to the Esports Tower Valorant Rumble. And tonight we are going to kick off with a brand new Rumble with 3 teams fighting for the title. The Wolves, Hammerheads, and Mammoths fight off in a round-robin group stage. I'm your host, Brent Red Hot's Koziancic, and joining me to call the action, of course, is none other than Greg Old Soul Smith. And Greg, we got a new Rumble this week, and that kind of means for teams to step up here. What do you think, or what do you want to happen this week, or what do you want to see this week?
As I love to say all the time, I want to see something new. I want to see them really go for it, reach for some kind of new meta, right? They've been playing against each other for a while now. I'd love to see things kind of shake up. A brand new fresh start is a great chance to really go for something crazy before you're already in that lower bracket.
Absolutely. We always take a quick peek at the break, and of course it is time to get back to our traditional Rumbles. And that just means that 3 teams this week, and we'll have a round robin, like I said, to determine our grand finals. And that usually means that all of the maps are going to be best of 1, of course, and how that works for a map pick is they just alternate bands until 1 map is left. And we look at the teams this week, and it's going to be the Wolves, Mammoths, and the Hammerheads. So it's going to be everyone's playing each other to kind of see who gets that 2 wins, and then they'll play each other for the grand finals. And of course, the Doc's keys to the game, which is presented by Esports Tower and Score Pro advice at esportstower.com. And in Valorant, you want to flank efficiently, spam and peek wisely, count cards, call abilities, and click those heads. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. And that's brought to you by Esports Tower. And before we go into the first game, we're going to be playing on Icebox, which is honestly at this point one of my semi-favorite maps to watch, because there's just so many different interesting things. We get to see all the the rope action on A side, or all these kind of one-ways and stuff on B with the Vipers and the Sovas and things like that. What do you kind of look forward to on Icebox? Yeah,
it doesn't have the entire toolkit that we see in maybe Ascent, but it definitely showcases quite a bit of what Valorant can offer to players. I like how people approach the map. I like kind of the history of it, how people have come to like it a lot more.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say this is a map that used to be just kind of everyone didn't like and didn't have too much fun, but now it's a map where it's like, oh, Icebox is part of our pool. We like Icebox.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten a much higher pick rate as its lifetime has gone on and as it's kind of been fixed up or changed.
Yeah, and I think also the kind of agents buffing and stuff has changed. So Reyna's are kind of a little bit more prominent now with the new flash changes. But of course, you want to scan that QR code on your screen for the amazing offer from Vitamin Shop, which is everything a gamer could need. Scan out the QR code and check out their latest products.
Yeah, you talked about the viability of different agents on this map. It's kind of given Raze a second home. As far as my playstyle has gone, I really only see Raze played on just the one bind, but now Icebox has really kind of adopted her, and we're going to see I Miss Her hover over that one. I know that we've seen the Raze picked pretty consistently
I would say,
in Icebox for...
I mean, Icebox has usually had a pretty good variety. I like how we've kind of seen Sage make its appearance now on this map. With the Chamber Sage, you have the Chamber for kind of your flanks, and because this map you can go really fast through flanks. But you have that, and then you have the Sage, which lets you kind of usually plant in spots that are usually not too safe and makes them safe. So it's that B site and the A site. And so I like seeing those kind of options. And like you said, with the Raze, we've seen it really, kind of popularize with, being able to clear with those nades and the boom bots.
And Sova on this map as well has been a good pick for a long time. We always see Viper here too. There are some pretty open areas, especially on B, that are nice to be able to cut up with that wall that we see Viper having.
Yeah, say that double initiator is pretty common with the KO and the Sova due to the flashes and the recon darts. Just kind of making sure that you get space not only on attack but on defense as well. So definitely like to see those. Yeah. But we're going to see the difference. Basically, same team comp here, except for Sova versus Chamber. So we're going to see that in action, see how they kind of use that. And, I think Sova can be used in really good ways, but we've also seen it sometimes where it's not used in too good of a way, but it is Prior, which has been kind of that Sova person of Esports Tower, as we've seen with him all the old shot. He's gotten so many double shock dart kills. We've seen him get probably the most of everyone, and we've seen him with some crazy lineups as well.
Even after the change, it's more difficult now to get a shock dart kill, and Prior's still out there doing it.
Absolutely, and of course the Wolves have been putting a lot of time into scrims to get practice running as a unit, and of course Atlas has stood out in practice these past weeks and done a great job in previous comms, so make sure to kind of look out for him this week. Okay, the first round, blast pack really quick, does not make the jump, unfortunately.
Ooh, and because of it, the knife tags quite a few of them. So we see actually a little bit of a posture change here in mid-chamber, already showing his face, goes down to Cats pretty quickly. That's a mid-change, so they're going to want to loop back around and grab the spike. Misser gets a first kill for that team, bringing it down to a 4-4, and a little bit of a change on OA. How about he pushes him back, is able to drop that nade and retreat. This kind of line of who owns what territory continues to shift.
And of course, you're going to see Viper really low there for Hammerheads. They get hit by that nade as well, so going to be pretty low HP. And Sage is dead, so definitely can't get back healed. But also, same thing goes for Wolves with Raze being low, so we're going to see a 4v4 here with basically essentially same HPs, so we're going to see this re-hit in terms of the Hammerheads as they prep for the attack. And then we're going to see KO actually with Bomb going to go to B site here, so Wolves are not fully rotating just yet. They're going to make sure and wait to see who
30
Hammerheads
seconds
really
left.
commit, and it looks like Hammerheads are going to be committing towards that B site. Jaguar. Oh, Atlas does get the pick onto Cats, though. Jaguar stops the plant there. 20 seconds left.
B.
Slowly running out of time here for the Hammerheads. Jaguar goes down from Prior.
One enemy
Still
remaining.
pretty careful because of this time, so
10
Atlas
seconds
gets
left.
Prior down here. 1v3 now for Sunny Lee. Gets one. Probably should look for kind of exits here. Obviously, the round is lost at this point.
It's true, but you can still make damages to the econ for next round. Still a little outro here. Oh, very close. Takes it.
Yeah, so the biggest thing there, obviously, is just making sure that you get a couple kills if you can. The only problem is Sunny Lee living there is actually quite bad. If you look at the ecos on their team, the rest of their team has like 1900 and 2000. He has 800 because he stayed alive the last round, so he doesn't get the bonus from dying. So the biggest thing here is going to be, you know, he's going to have to either get some kills or bomb plant to make sure he has enough for next round. It's definitely going to be a little unfortunate there, but we're starting to this round 2. Whereas
whoa, early sights right through mid. Quite a bit of eye contact there. They are able to time it and take down the chamber, bringing it into a 4-4, but still just so much info gone. Cats gets greedy and goes in after, and so does Shoujo, gets caught. Jaguar and Rezkin of Farron, they're one.
Yeah, both coming through the smoke there.
Yeah, and just into an acid pool.
Prior slowly kind of peek around the corner here.
Sunny Lee coming around the back, trying to get a good angle on this. Maybe a nice surprise.
Does have Spike too, so.
Yeah, not the one that wants to be kind of waiting there.
Prior gets dinked there at 12 HP now. Sunny Lee gets the kill onto Rezkin.
Last player standing.
Yeah, good surprise shot, but now the last one's standing, and the last scene is very recent, so we're going to see KO be the next defender here. A quick double blast pack to the spike. That was a good
Does get
spot.
it down, though. I think that's probably the most important thing for the Hammerheads there, is just getting the extra plant money. Does use double satchel packs as well, so I don't know if Sunny Lee is really going to have that good of an eco next round.
No, because each are like 100 creds, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's 1100 right now, but I would say the biggest thing that is the last round. I mean, living that first round with the pistols is not ideal. Does have exactly 39, so can probably go for a like full shield buy.
Yep.
With just no utility, because we saw him use his blast packs, which is what he's decided to do.
And if they don't have money for utility, you kind of just stuck playing a little bit more defensively, which is fine. If you're in a real like no cred rut, it'd be nice to play a little defense.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he should go for. He's like, all right, I got a nade. That's all I really need.
A serious force from the defense here. They're going to be playing a little bit aggressively, so they're not caught in any anti-eco situations. We already see that, the two of them very low, set up a beautiful 50-50 here in A. That's going to be our first contact point as the Hammerhead's got to move in.
And we're going to see them kind of slowly going here. Prior to be droning onto site. Looks left and right, doesn't clear too much. Doesn't actually get too much information from that. His team can probably see where the bullets end up coming from, but Cats gets a pick onto Avian. That's a good start for the Hammerheads on this offense here. They're going to slowly execute on this A site with 2 of them on site to defend. Hits him with the wall. Like I said, that stage allows him to be safe. But wow, Mr. gets the kill onto Sunny Lee. With that stinger by.
Revealing area.
Pays off that patience that was there earlier. Like, she didn't move out to hear the orb, neither when the ropes came across, and got the kill because of it.
Absolutely. Now they're actually going to play this post plant here. They know they have the gun advantage. They don't want to take these 2 close corners. KO knife goes off. Gets a nice 1. Oh, great peek there by Cats. Gets a 3K. Looking for more.
Ooh, almost made another one through that, but unfortunately go down to those thin walls. Still trying to defend against the maze here. Spike is down.
I'll say, I think, you know, Wolves are just going to get as many kills as they can because this is a bonus. Just like that. And that's, you know, that's a pretty good bonus, I would say, in their, I guess, situation. They got 3 of them there. That kind of really puts a dent into Hammerhead's eco with, you know, Sunny Lee really maxing out last round with 0 credits. So, as we see here, they don't have the best eco here. I mean, Cats can force as well, but it seems like they're to kind of save here with the 2 guns they saved as well. Maybe 1. Look, they're a force as well. So they're in a really weird situation where, you know, Cats can buy. They have 2 people who had people that won last round, but now the 2 others can't. So their bonus is gonna be a little rough. And we see Avian with the operator, which last week Avian had a really great series with Esports Tower in the grand finals and such on the chamber and on that operator.
Moving in as a pack, nice and slow, to Sunny Lee's chagrin, I'm sure. That gives this space for Defense A to move up, but they're not. They're staying strong. Just jiggle peeks from the Wolves so far, being nice and patient.
So they're going to really kind of try to use these guns to their advantage if they can get a pick and then kind of get it into the hands of their teammates. That's exactly what they're ideal for. Is 1 ultimate point off here for Sunny Lee for that showstopper, but decides to not get the ult, or maybe not worth their time, but no one on the team is getting that ult right now.
Sunny Lee angle here playing a serious threat. Kind of making it difficult for Atlas to get out.
There.
There's the wall up, shooting through, does open it up.
Yeah, if they had gone a little bit more shallow in the angle, that wall would be more, you know, more secure, a little further out.
Yeah, so not only is it nice that once you get that opening, but when you have a Viper on your team, in terms of the Wolves situation, they can just kind of, you know, throw that Twin Snake at the ground, and basically they just completely nullifies the wall.
Yep, that snake bite really did AoE kind of nullify the wall. Rezkin with a great setup here, almost takes one in the background. Then the second, that's a 2K going to self-heal. Sits back up, going to take care of this Boombot. No problems there. In fact, they did not even play in after. They're playing on their clock, though. Rezkin does not have to be aggressive here. They're doing an excellent job. Gonna wait. Comes right from the corner. So good. Flick, a 3K for Rezkin 3K. Last one on the board as well.
Yeah, I'd say Kevin is going to just save here. Which is, you know, ideal. But some great shots there by Rezkin that round, kind of holding down that mid, making sure that they cannot rotate out of that B spawn, at least without safely doing so. So really enjoyed just kind of the play they made. Great job by them clearing the corners over here. Mr. misses those shots, pretty unfortunate. But like I said, Rezkin holds down this mid right here. Playing good angle too, not too close, giving them allowing time for them to react, right? Sometimes we see those like really small angles that's like really hard to hit, but he gives himself enough space, and then also the wall stalls him. So great job there by Rezkin.
Not just an info angle. He wants to be able to reply.
Absolutely. And now the Hammerheads are going to posture towards this A site.
Ooh, Mr. going to take a quick one, but not before Pryor goes down.
Good old 1-for-1 there. Now still 4v4. Sunny Lee does have the showstopper here, so can get really aggressive on this A site, clear some space, but we're going to see how he kind of decides to use that. And the Wolves have definitely kind of cornered the Hammerheads into this A site, because if they rotate out, there's 2 in B spawn kind of holding for them. Which I like that play, just holding him there, not pushing too much, playing your numbers. You know, the 2v2 they have on site is still a pretty good setup.
They were nice and quiet there for a minute. Could have faked a re-hit if this is it. Sunny Lee is going aggressive. Has a great chance at 3K. And decides to just send it off.
I like that because he uses that as a boost to get onto Rafters.
That was nice.
But he did do a lot of damage himself in the meantime. Jaguar and Atlas, that double flank that we were talking about, gets 2 on their way. And now it's a 2v3 here. Sunny Lee does spot Rezkin. Gonna make noise. He knows it's now there.
Oh, good. Maybe that damage taken early was worth it just to get that surprise angle. Now, Sunny Lee's kind of responded to by Jaguar finding one. Trying to break this wall.
They say use his nade a little early there because they haven't tapped, and he did see it still going down. But I guess he didn't see it, or maybe his teammates didn't see it there. But you could see the spike going up the circle as he hold up, so you know he was on it there. But great job by the Wolves, that double flank there by Jaguar and KO, making sure they kind of slowly make their waves up. And they knew it in their pair as well, but you know it didn't matter with how they played that, so well played. But 4-1 here for Wolves. It seems like Hammerheads, you know, their buy rounds, it kind of has been unfortunate for them getting it all together with, you know, this econ kind of discrepancy going on with just, you know, 1 or 2 members being a little too short or something like that.
It's going to be a similar situation now as the Hammerheads, looking into a force, are going to want to go with this almost melee site A, nice and low, whereas B site's open angles are going to be ignored. This time they've left a few flank guards Hammerheads have out in the main, in the spawn.
They definitely learned their lesson, which I like. Cats does have a Bucky. He does have the Viper's Pit available too, so definitely see that kind of being part of their goal to just get him on site and then have him in that Viper's Pit with a shotgun. Avian hits him with the operator there.
Attacker spawn.
They did see Spike.
Prior did have a Marshal, so yeah, little info was lost there. Oh, Sunny Lee goes down as well. Avian doing excellent with that operator.
Mister gets a little aggressive there on the rope and pays for it by getting the Bucky there. Wall goes down, and now you see the double flank once again happening for the Wolves, but this time Hammerheads are definitely aware of this situation, or at least Prior is.
They are. They could time him, though. He's not watching consistently, and he does have the spike. Oh, sure enough, spike goes down in a difficult position. Now, the other 2 Hammerheads are totally surrounded, and they've got to get back to the spike and back up to the site. Looks like they're going to continue to try to clear site here.
Last player standing.
Rizkin does take one down, but Cats responds. Cats, the last one, decides to play Classic against Op in midair, and Avian tells him differently.
Yeah, just try one for that jump right click in terms of, you know, let's just keep it honest and see how it goes. But unfortunately, it did not go the way they wanted to. But I will say, Hammerheads definitely need to kind of come up with a strategy on how these Wolves are flanking. We see these double flank happening, and it seems like it's been kind of a problem for Hammerheads in terms of, okay, we saw Prior hold the one spawn angle, but they played the both higher and low ground, so he died to the high ground there.
Or if the people going to the site had the spike, they probably could have been able to take out the 2 they were dealing with, and Prior was just kind of stuck between watching 2 angles that were...
Yeah, exactly. Avian here with this operator, playing the mid now instead of kind of that A, B side area.
Yeah, keeping them honest, moving the operator around.
Which
so
is, you know, I really enjoy people who do that. Just kind of, like you said, keeping them honest. You know, you play these different spots, you have to be aware of where the operator is. And a lot of the time, if you're moving around, you're kind of more likely to get those opening picks, especially as Chamber, because you can TP to a spot that you can hold another angle with. He's holding mid. Nothing too much. No signs just yet. Going to the A side. They have 3 members for the Wolves over there, whereas, you know, the Hammerheads are actually more postured towards A as 3, so maybe look at these numbers. Atlas has a great kind of flash opportunity. He throws it to the ground, gets one.
And did see the second. Gonna knife out, try to gain that space.
Gonna find 2.
He's ready to peek now. Gonna hit it with another flash. He's dumping his utility right here. It's important he doesn't go down. Finally, a little bit of backup arrives. He's a little more safe. He's gonna dry hold this one. Ooh, tries to get it through the wall, but Cats responds. Now, 2 of them walking up and 1 behind. They have a decent pinch scenario on the Wolves here. K-Conan gonna bring Prior back. K-Conan going in for the plant with only 12 seconds left on the clock and goes down. That is an uncomfortable position for the Hammerheads.
Last player standing.
The Cats really kind of wanted that one, and now they're not going to have time to plant. And the Wolves are just kind of really getting the Hammerheads on these executions. I mean, we saw yellow here. I mean, Atlas gets 2, which is huge just because, you know, then they can't push in. They can't force it too much. They are now down 2. But And, once you get rid of that B main, it's really hard to kind of get those other areas.
If they had taken them out, though, like Hammerheads are always close.
Yeah.
It's always just 1-2 missteps away. Taking him out means they would have owned the site and could have expected the rotation from the Wolves. The Wolves now, though, look at that ult economy. Just the KDA difference between the teams has led to the Wolves owning the board as far as ult economy goes. They're going to be rushing right up mid, and Avian gets so much eye contact. Does take a bullet off onto one of them. Now watching from a distance, this tube.
Atlas gets
Spike down B.
There's no judge here for the Viper on the flank, so don't know how much they're going to be able to use that, but Atlas is just sitting on B site at yellow, so it's going to be really hard for the Hammerheads to fully push through this mid area.
Pryor has a beautiful peek on a Jaguar. Responds appropriately, a few to the face. Keeping him honest. Can play a little bit of utility down the tube, but no avail. They've gone around the front. Yeah, he's under some serious pressure here, but Spike is just kind of open. Finally, last one down. Avian be the one.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it seems like Hammerheads really can't get a break on this B side area in terms of getting space. It seems like they can't really take yellow together, so that kind of makes it so you can't go through B main. They go through mid, they still have the person yellow, and then they also have the operator kind of sitting there, so it makes it really hard to kind of play this offense in the way that they are in terms of kind of spreading out, trying to get these flanks, which is usually kind of how Xbox goes, but it seems like they can't really get those gunfights that they need to win happening.
But they keep trying new things. They keep pushing different ways. I mean, that was like a 5-man bum rush right through mid. Not something we see people fall back to very often, which means they are trying to find a way to change the match a little bit here, to change the game in a way that they're advantaged. We're going to see them slow push here through Hammerheads on the A.
And they have 3 ults available this time, the Hunter's Fury, Viper's Pit, and they have the KO silence up. Reskin gets a pick already on to Sunny Lee. There comes the Hunter's Fury. Shoots one. No just kills yet. Hasn't tagged anyone either. I don't think they tag anyone there. Oh, great counter wall there.
Beautiful counter wall to quickly take out Misser, but defense Reskin's able to take out 2 before going down to Keikonen. That's a loss of a Sage. Wolves' health is now permanent.
I would say for that counter wall, it ended up being kind of that 1 for 2 total, which, the Wolves are going to take that at the end of the day.
It is space, though, and now look at that advantage space. Keikonen able to take an easy one from the side, even made eye contact with another one. Now Atlas, the only piece of the puzzle they haven't accounted for, coming in through the back door. Going to try to create a pinch scenario by going around the other side. Keikonen, a quick response, takes one low on the clip, though, goes out. That means Keikonen got a 4K before going down, and Pryor's going to be the one to close up shop, giving his second point to the Hammerheads.
Yeah, so that was a big round for the Hammerheads to win there. You don't want to lose too much momentum here, but they played it pretty well in terms of, even after Reskin getting that 3K, they still came back, had some picks. We saw, KO can get a pick mid. Got the headshot on the KO, so at least it sets him up for his teammate to win that round. 140, that just means you have to hit one body shot with any gun and then win that round, which we saw. So 7-2 now for Hammerheads. Definitely want to try to get as many wins as they can now going into this defense, side soon. 7-2, we're going to see them do the same thing here. A lot of A side here with Viper going mid, actually, so want to make sure that they live as much as possible.
Yeah, that mid is more of just like an aggressive flank watch. We're going to see that contact come here now. This was very reminiscent of round 1 and 2. Misser, always the first one to go. Sunny Lee going to be it. Avi now making contact. Unfortunately, she goes down because several people are walking through mid. They're not going to get a rotate to the back site. Reskin going to be the first one to get there. Unfortunately, they go down. So does Jaguar. Now a revive. We're looking at a 4v2. The Hammerheads have never looking better.
And it's 7-2. It's now 2-3 in terms of members. And the 3 Hammerheads are all sitting in the same spot here. Do you have the Tour de Force available? I think he has 2 or 3 bullets left on that. Maybe just waiting for his teammate to get a little closer. First corner finds one. Oh, great shot by Sunny Lee, though. 1v3 scenario here for Atlas. Gets one.
They can really focus this angle now. Only one dropping.
And yeah, great play by Hammerheads there, playing both the same angle. They know he's on Raptors. He has one kind of plan of attack there. Drops at the same time. You have a crossfire. You basically make it so you can't lose.
If you can keep track of utility, then walling yourself into that corner right there is kind of what got them the win. a quick AoE attack would have taken care of all three of them, but I think they were calculated in that, and that's why they were able to really focus the angles there and take care of one person at a time.
Absolutely here. We're going to see 7-3 for Hammerheads. Like I said, every round to this point for the Hammerheads is definitely a positive in their book because they want to have this defense side all to themselves. And then we see the B push once again. It is going to hit probably 3 or 4 of them, I would like to imagine, there with the silence.
That's a pretty big one. I feel like they were repeatedly hitting A and then hoping for a B push. Maybe that B knife was anticipated because now they're coming strong through A, and the presence of Wolves has totally been tilted. This is a genius play if they really expected that knife and all set them up there to B.
I was going to say, you know, instantly you see them by the knife, they are going to send some rotations over there, but Hammerheads decided, hey, let's just go immediately to A site. They got the pick. Now the Viper's Pit is down, and so now it's up to the Wolves to re-hit this site with Viper's Pit. Makes it too hard.
Yeah, they totally own this area. Got a very, very thin plant against this wall here. Viper's Pit right on top. And Cats just still setting up camp. They have definitely designated.
Oh, the counter Viper's Pit's coming out here. He did it on top, though, so it's not actually going to go as far as you think it would.
That's true, but he just needs to get to there. Wow. Jaguar goes down to Pryor, set up Reskin to take another one, and the bomb goes far.
Last player standing.
Goes for the gun, does die. Hammerhead 7-4.
Hammerhead's making, I'm not going to call it a comeback, but they're
Last
doing well now.
round in
Well,
the
they are
half.
definitely coming back from something. I mean, they're on a 3-0 run now, and if they ended the half 7-5, I think they'd be pretty okay with that. And we're going to see a timeout here called by the Hammerheads, which I think is a good idea because this is a big round for them. I mean, they go 7-5 on the half. They go defense, and then they have to worry about, you know, defending on Icebox, which is kind of the more favored maps that we've seen for most teams.
Yeah, and I always think of those first 2 rounds as a real dice roll. Like, you could see him going their way and totally leveling this out of a 7-5.
Absolutely. So I think it's a good timeout of, hey, this is going to be probably one of our most important rounds in terms of rounds to win. And so I like the timeout of, okay, we'll call it here. Let's go for the 7-5, and then we'll go after that. And, of course, that's what we're going to see, hopefully. I mean, biggest thing now is I think Hammerheads are a little bit more decisive on what they want to do, and we're seeing them win more gunfights as well. Like the last round, they instantly picked Raze or miss her onto a side defense. And at that point, they were the only person there. So at that point, that allows them to get onto site and then just play that post plant that they've been doing a pretty good job of.
We've seen them go for a bum rush style of play and really get punished for it. I think it's decisiveness and not just speed. Like you're saying, if they can use this time to set up a nice plan of what they want, this 7-7 is pretty achievable.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, going off of that, we saw them kind of use that last round. They got instantly 5-4, 5-manned on the silence and just made a really good decisive call of let's just instantly rotate to A. There was no one mid. They killed the one person on A in terms of they got a little too overextended, and then that's the decision they made. These split like, you know, just second decisions are going to be really important. I think on Icebox too, where it's such a map where you can rotate a lot or kind of hold these people down.
Which makes a pretty big momentum shift. You know, if you're the Wolves and you're kind of on top of this group, and then all of a sudden they have an ultimate on top of Spike has been planted at a site that nobody's at, it kind of offsets the momentum that you had going.
Yeah, especially going into Viper's Pit. It's always a pretty hard time going into that Viper's Pit. But I did like the idea of the counter Viper's Pit because what it really does is it also sends the enemy team into decay the longer you're into it. And so at that point, basically everyone's 1 HP. So I definitely do kind of like that thought, but I think the problem was using it in Rafters, so it didn't get as much spread as you would have wanted it to.
Yeah, a little bit strange in the execution, but I think the idea is if you're not comfortable dropping down at all, then you may as well just get it off.
Yeah.
Even with a quick jump away, is not going to see very much. So Hammerheads may have a good chance to move into B here. In fact, they do pop onto I Miss Her and now own the site. Save for, oh, Keikunen almost going to make contact here. Sunny Lee tries to jump across and play aggro onto Reskin, but goes down.
Spike planted.
Riskin now with the anti-wall. It's going to take one for free. Oh, drops back and just barely goes down. That 1v1 results us in 3v3 alive. Moving on a site here. Avians finally backtracked and added themselves to the game. Jaguar making it in as well. He's going to try to take care of some of these walls.
Nothing to find that silence there. So Wolves are now on the retake option. They know the 2 walls are gone. So
Oh,
Pryor has the
Pryor gets fancy with it.
lineup.
Last player standing.
Wow, does hit
That's
them with
wild.
lineup. And that's the Pryor that we know, and that's what we were talking about early on. Pryor has lineups for quite literally anything, anywhere.
Switching
This
sides.
man takes a compass and a protractor to land games.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, new lineups, everything, he is ready to go. And, just because that there's no double shock dart lineups doesn't mean there's still not one singular shock dart lineups. And now we're going to switch sides here with the Hammerheads on a 4-0 run in the last 4 rounds there. So definitely doing a great job in terms of momentum here. And it's going to be the Wolves, still leading in terms of 7-5. But I think if Hammerheads can win this pistol, they're kind of in that 7-7 spot. Oh, Pryor's already looking for a lineup. Now, where's the lineup going? We will find out.
Maybe he's just enjoying the Aurora Borealis.
No, because he definitely has that something set up there.
Let's see it.
Oh, just a little mid arrow. Okay, nothing
Okay,
too
just a
fancy.
little check.
But it allows him to play B side or mid at the same time, so I think that's what's the kind of significance of that.
Which the posture on B side and mid is totally closed now. They've really kind of looped the Wolves into being in this A area.
Absolutely.
Cat's getting a good cross angle just in case Rezkin and Avian push through this wall here. Though it is a good anticipatory wall. And not making very much movement. May even just wait for this one to nope. They're going to anti-wall. Move right along through the maze. Viper Ball goes up and gives Keikonen a death. Cats
Runs
moving
into
it.
each other.
Oh, they just walked right past each other. What a revolving door as it goes down. HMR Cats is just let loose to the entire scene.
Okay, Pryor has another
Spike
shock that
down
lineup, gets
A.
one. Here comes the recon dart. We're going to see
Spike
if they can find
planted.
where they are.
Sunny Lee trying to go in for a little bit of a flank. Gonna get good contact right here. Now info goes up. They don't respond very fast, so... Oh, gets that nade out, just trying to milk them out to the left. Does make contact a little bit. Couple peeks, trying to avoid that blast pack. Gets a quick refuel in. Keeps moving. May even go for a tap. Try to force him forward. Nice and quiet now. Makes contact again. They're starting to spread out, make it a little bit more difficult. Through the wall, not possible. Goes for the half. Is going to find it, stands up for the kill, just can't quite place it. Very, very close. But Rezkin, who goes down to the spike, is going to be the one to give the Wolves another point.
Absolutely, and we saw, just a lot of back and forth there. I really thought that they might be able to win that. But the funny thing here is, Cats going through that smoke and running into someone, but not realizing it was someone else.
Yeah, and their whole enemy team was on the other side.
Yeah, and then the Viper Wall went down, and it was like there's 3 here, and went down instantly. But big win there by the Wolves, does go up 8-5, so that's a big round for the Wolves to win in terms of their own momentum, because now they can kind of get these guns here with the Spectres and Stingers, and then get that advantage as well.
An aggressive right through mid, shadowing A side.
Player standing.
Pryor actually gets got. The Wolves just sweeping through. Sunny Lee trying to come around for a flank is the Hammerhead's last chance at any extra creds here. Unfortunately, good instinct by Misser to go check up the ramp again. Puts a quick stop to that.
Absolutely, and it's now 9-5. It's going to be a bonus here from Wolves. The biggest thing that really kind of set back the Hammerheads last time was when they full bought versus Wolves' bonus, they actually lost 3 members of their team, and so that's just a lot of credits they ended up losing here. So I think Wolves are definitely just kind of recreate that this round in terms of, okay, let's just try to get as many picks as we want, even if it's, 3 or 4. 3 is probably the big one because then it kind of has the significance. So here we go. Atlas posted up with that ADS Stinger, which at this point I asked myself, why even buy anything else? But they're to work on this mid here.
A little slower approach to what they ran last round. Hammerhead still selling solid on the A site. Sending one gently over Sunny Lee, going to make first contact with Avian. I don't think Avian has set up his TPs yet, so it could be a good hit there. They are closing in briskly on Sunny Lee. Not quite a take there, but a big flash. He's going to try for Avian and not find it. The Headhunter gets the better. Cats with a great shot through the window there, and Snowman obstructed entirely by the wall, though, so can't quite get the plant down. Or the, sorry, the defuse. Pryor's going to start trying for it. With Caitlyn into Watch's back.
For them.
One enemy
Yeah,
remaining.
I was going to say, it's not planted for them, so they had to go peek around the corner there, and he just stuck the defuse, and he got it. And that's now 9-6. And once again, I mean, still not a bad round by Wolves by any means, because they got 3 Hammerheads down. So as we can see here, they're going to have 2 Vandals, and the rest are going to be saving. I mean, that's 3 Classics versus essentially 4 Vandals. There's a Judge there, but I think they're going to play for the Chamber Ultimate here. He's 1 point off, so I can see him just going for the Ult Orb and getting that 2-word Divorce. But it's now 9-6. It'd be a big round for either team. We're kind of getting that momentum for the second half again.
Caitlyn playing super aggro.
Oh.
Almost catches one off guard, but Rizkin responds a little quickly, putting him to a quick 5v4. The heal comes out, and it's an even 5v4 now. That info disruption, though, with the Viper's Pit played defensively on A, they're going to rotate, and now to an open site.
Yeah, Sunny Lee was playing on B site, but just kind of left the site there for A. Might have been a miscommunication there by the Hammerheads in terms of rotating a little too early.
Now he and Pryor are trying to
Spike
walk back
planted.
onto site. Their first utility has been heard. Pryor goes down fast. Sunny Lee trying to work with one other to make it through these walls.
One enemy remaining.
A quick response from Misher and Jaguar to take 1 or 2 out.
Oh, he's literally 1 HP. Look at that sliver. Let's say there's literally a little tiny sliver there by Shoujo, but they just kind of run him down. There's probably someone screaming, you know, 1 tap, 1 tap, 1 tap. Like literally 1. Not 1 hit, but like 1 HP. And that happens.
It really does happen sometimes.
I think the Stinger really gets to that 148 threshold a lot. Like I've seen that way more than you think. Like than I swear it should happen.
It's almost unfair. It's gonna be full buys for me to decide now. Nice gun round coming in.
Which is going to be really important this round just because of the nature of the game. If Wolves win this, then they're up 11, and most likely Hammerheads are going to be on a save next round. So that gives them kind of a very big advantage if they do manage to win this round.
Nope, this one is important. The Hammerheads know it. It's a good read, and they're all on site. Oh, Misser does get one
Planted.
with the party pack. Sunny Lee to respond.
With 2.
Yeah, taking care of that. Long distance shooter. Sunny Lee suppressed, still looking to move in a little bit, taking some jump jiggle peeks.
So he does have the showstopper available. Here we go. Gets the space. Is telling his teammate to move out of the way.
The response,
One enemy
showstopper to
remaining.
find one,
Oh!
and moves it up to another shot. Hammerheads taking a smooth defuse here with 4 still on the table.
I just love Sunny Lee kind of looked at Shoujo and he's like, hey, can you scooch a little bit? Because I'm trying to ult on the side there.
Pryor now full of creds.
Yeah, we can see the replay here. You know, he does get silenced, so he can't go fully in, waits that out, and then you'll see him just kind of put that satchel onto the ground and then just looks up at his KO for a second like, hey, move. And then he goes in and then gets that, you know, that 1 kill. And then gets the second one on top here. That was a great shot onto Jaguar. They're at the 4K there for Sunny Lee. So, you know, Hammerheads are definitely making a run for themselves, you know, trying to really bring this game back. And they are slowly making progress on it.
Sunny Lee with an aggressive check for B side. Well, we already see some ulting here on A. Hammerhead knows what they're feeling. It's already 1 down on either side.
Your duty is not
Never
over.
mind.
Great ult
Redskin to
there.
bring Jaguar back.
Oh.
To a thin angle. Response.
They do have the Chamber 2 Force up still available, so it's not a 5v2 scenario here for Wolves. Definitely want to win this round quite bad if they can.
Last player standing.
Jaguar gets the 1 onto Shoujo, and now Pryor gets 1 as well.
Spike down
Gets
A.
2.
Briar's angle right here is totally paying off.
Oh,
Gets
gets
for a
3.
third one. The reverse ace clutch. Ooh, that tour de force looking scary. He's going to be very careful with this next one. A little bit of info out just to check for an advance on his angle. Gonna try to shock dart angle up to Jaguar. Doesn't do any damage. Jaguar is coming down, and it was a slow walk with a tight corner. A mistake that gives Pryor the kill. Now one last, and the angle change. Just wrong with the timing, and Avian crushes the ace and takes the point. Now Wolves standing in an 11v7. It's an uncomfortable position for the Hammerheads, but at least they were able to get a point out of it. A little bit more cred boost there.
Yeah, I was going to say, Pryor did a great job here, but I think he thought that the chamber crossed in the meantime, because he did see him in spawn, so he did want to check around the corner, things like that, but he was actually still there in that scenario just because he has the tour de force, and that's a good angle for him. So 11-7 now here for the Wolves, and Wolves are now just one win away from getting that at least, very least, overtime.
Hammerhead Cats is the chance to shut down a serious push here. They can be very careful with it. A few from the kitchen. Pryor is going to take one.
Not too big of a buy here for the Hammerheads. A big save. He has absolutely no utility, so definitely going to look for that bank on the next buy round, it seems like, for them.
Ooh. The double peek after flash was good, but nobody was there. They're going to make a rotate out. Right after the heal. Jaguar goes crazy to take a 3K there in the kitchen. Cats to follow up with one. It is a 1v2 left. Cats the only survivor. Knows where Jaguar's at. Ooh, Jaguar's going to take it though with a 4K. Bringing the Wolves to a 12-point. You mentioned the Hammerhead's econ now is looking quite a bit better.
Yeah, I'll say Hammerheads had to save that round, so Wolves did a great job of getting a win that round. And we saw, I mean, just a great flank right there through kitchen. Gets 4 kills that round and puts them to match point for the Wolves. So Hammerheads definitely now do or die in this situation. And even though they saved some last round, it seems they have kind of a little staggered buys here. We see, one Vandal, Spectres, Marshall. So maybe it was like one of those things where 1 or 2 bought, but the rest of the save.
If they have a strong win, their econ's going to be looking a lot better, and they have a better chance at linking these 5 consecutive wins. They're going to need to find Sunny Lee, a slow response on the Marshall. There's not quite going to find it. Gets suppressed by the ult. Another ult to follow it in this Viper's Pit, already owning the area. The Wolves, a spike down. Probably going to be the first one trying to move in with the team. Respond to this, just taking a couple kills. It's going to be the Owl as well. Close one on to miss her. Gives an easy kill for Keikonen. Now Pryor feeling comfortable to move around. Getting around yellow could have a good chance on a 1 or 2 here. Yeah. Finds one. They know where he's at though now. A thin angle for Avian. Keeps walking. Jaguar to find another 3. And that is game.
Win.
A great kind of effort there by Hammerheads, but unfortunately just could not bring it back in time. And of course, going at it alone can only get you so far. Ultimately, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. We just saw that last game, went back and forth, and you can see how talented they are. Esports Tower really takes the time to create teams of well-matched teammates. And of course, if you haven't checked out esports clubs, you should. It's a fast track to rank up. And of course, the Wolves kick off the night with a win. And of course, right after this, we're going to have the Hammerheads versus Mammoths in that face-off round 2. We're going to head to a break, so don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back after this break.
Protecting your customer journey from fraud is critical. According to industry analysts, Count's AI-driven platform is the leading solution. From account login to digital payments, Count is recognized for both its customer impact and technology excellence. Learn more at count.com.
Growing up in Idaho, we have certain rules we live by. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style.
And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We are broadcasting from the Boise State Esports Arena, and welcome back to the Esports Tower Fall Rumble. The Hammerheads look to turn around the night as they have a round 2 matchup against the Mammoths. I am your host, Red Hot Kozianski, and joining me call the action today is Greg Old Soul Smith. And Greg, after that last game, how do you think the Hammerheads should like bounce back in this next match?
I think if they take the time in between to really think up some plays, figure out, how they want to be decisive about things, we discussed that's when we think they were most successful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we saw them make some really good decisions in those plays. And, towards the end of that game, they did bring it back. I mean, we saw the first half, it started like 7-1 at one point, but ended up being like 7-5 for them. So definitely have it in them. And I think, just a little bit of adjustments, and they can get it going.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, we have to take a moment to congratulate all the Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from the clubs and have been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last year, Esports Tower Club members have received over $3.6 million in scholarship awards, and these students have not only worked hard in their in-game play, but worked hard academically and have earned these scholarship opportunities. We cannot be more excited and proud to see all these opportunities these players are getting. I mean, $3.6 million is a lot of money, so definitely love to see that. And as of course we see new faces, that's going to continue to grow. And of course, going into the next match one more time, I like this round robin a little different now because these teams will play other teams before seeing each other in the losers bracket or winners bracket. So with those 3 teams, it's kind of a cool format to see these players play right back to back as well, so they can kind of adapt to the game and change based on that.
Just as well, I love seeing the rematches.
Yeah.
Right? We didn't have that in single elimination, but now we can see people approach the problems, again, with a better take.
Absolutely, and of course, in order to do that, they need to make sure they follow Doc's Keys of the Game, which is presented by Esports Tower. Scroll Pro device at esportstower.com. And in Valorant, you want to flank efficiently, spend MP wisely, count cards, call abilities, and click those heads. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up, and that is brought to you by Esports Tower. And going on to the next map versus the Hammerheads versus the Mammoths is going to be Breeze, which is... We've seen a lot of variety on Breeze. I mean, we've seen pretty much everything when it comes to comps here. We've seen a lot of Jet, Chamber, Double Initiator, Double Duelist, Double Sentinel, literally everything you can think of we've seen on this map. And of course, make sure to check out the QR code on your screen for that offer from Vitamin Shop. And they have the latest needs, everything a gamer could need. So scan the QR code to see the latest products.
I love these playground maps. Like you're saying, there's so many ways you could approach this. But we saw some crazy things recently. Like Esports Tower players are not afraid to try something new, try something out of the bag. Triple Initiator I've seen become successful. I've seen them play Phoenix long before I was ready to ever count him back in the game. So I love to see the crazy things be pulled out of the bag today.
Absolutely, and I just like seeing what people have kind of accumulated on this map too. Playing comfort. I really enjoy that because meta is always a discussion in terms of how people play the game and how the game should be played or things of that nature here. But I still think when it comes to meta, I mean, if you can play a character very well, I think that kind of overtakes that.
Yeah, it's definitely a tricky thing because when we talk about meta, the way I like to describe it is that's how I would train a computer to play the game, or that's how a robot procedurally would approach this game, but you're not playing against other robots, and as soon as off angles are in and you have to consider that some agents you just don't have the feel for, it becomes a very personal and very human game.
Yeah, I do want to kind of point out on Breeze as well. It's interesting map because there's different ways to play. And in terms of, there's kind of a strat where people will either rush straight onto a site. We've seen a lot of default fanning out, and there's also a way to defend it too. We've seen people just kind of either defend it on multiple fronts or just do a full-on, okay, let's just retake this site. Like, let them go full into A and we'll retake because there's so many angles they have to cover here. So definitely love seeing that, but we're going to see the Hammerheads go really aggressive on the B side. Sojourn's getting a pick onto E, and then Sunny Lee getting a pick onto Vtox here. So immediately starting down, and they already have the bomb set.
It was a... Oh, that's not going to hit from that far. Mammoths with an aggressive hold onto the A defense are not going to come up with very much. So as they try to make a rotate back around, they're not feeling an early game flank, which is a shame because the Hammerheads are. So we see one being pushed all the way out nearly to mid again as the Mammoths start to move in towards the site. We're going to get first contact of...
He had a shorty, and then he instantly picked up the ghost, so. And then, wow, great kind of round from Hammerheads there. Does get the fast B there on the site, and then, of course, takes it through. Great post plan after.
Yeah, very smooth.
And that's what we like to see. And so we're going to see kind of the Hammerhead spy up here. Interesting kind of map as well for in terms of buying up. A lot of these teams kind of will go with Spectres. But on Breeze, we've seen a little bit more difference of just like Marshals. I think we saw Guardian there, which I'm a big fan of. Guardians, Bulldogs, and things like that if you have the money for it. And the Mammoth should be defending. And there's the Hammerheads do almost exactly the same thing. Just kind of a B rush here and then going through tunnel as well.
Yeah, rinse and repeat if you can. They're moving straight up into B main here. Ooh, just fearlessly. Going to take out some of that rotation revealing dart there. Trying to move back around. Get onto the main side. Kinetic with a quick little jump. E. Trying to take this one, but
taking a lot of damage out.
Spike down B.
Oh.
Not quite going to find it as Vint.
Still, though, 3v2 here. Mammoths are looking to get any kills they can. Doesn't have Sheriff, though.
Master moving in around Phantom. Doesn't quite get away from that knife.
Oh. I do want to say that Sage Wall actually did save them a fair bit there. The Sova dart tagged like 3 of them, but the thing is they couldn't shoot through the wall, into the ice wall. So I think that was actually a good point at the end of the day. And of course, you know, Hammerhead's going for the bonus. So they do have 1 Guardian, so maybe they can kind of make use of that. But I kind of like the strat of let's just keep running it. Keep going until it fails. And I, you know, big proponent of that. Because it plays a mental game, right? Because you're constantly thinking on defense of what they're going to do or what do you think they're going to go next. Okay, they might go A, they've gone B twice, but kind of running it back to keep them on their toes.
Nope, a tight and aggressive push here on Hammerheads. Right into the B side. Keikonen going to find one on a Master. Sunny Lee to Kinetic. Eve, a quick retreat, maybe looking for this one here. Does, oh, find it almost. Just trying to get that spray control. Very nearly took one.
Out of charges.
Gets back to the game here. It's all right.
Go, go, go.
Back onto site.
E dashes in. Oh!
Oh, does find one, but they're coming back around for him. He's got the mobility to stay alive. Only 23 left with 7 in the clip. Looking to make an aggressive peek onto his man here. Gonna find it. Oh, switch to the sidearm for the next.
4K.
Excellently played. E with the 4K goes down to the acid. That's a rough one. Pryor going to be the one to take a util on that, but VAL just can't find it.
Well, the thing is, even if he did, there is the mollies on top of it. Which, you know, at the end of the day, that's just how it happens.
Yeah, good lineups. Giving Hammerheads another point.
Yeah, I mean, that is the thing about this map, though. Breeze Viper is just as prevalent as Icebox, right? We see these lineups from all over because there's no ceiling really on this map. So you can go from all these different spots and play from however far away, and that's exactly what we saw. He got a 4K, but at the end of the day, they had lineups for Pryor as, you know, who would have thought. So.
Yeah. No, the lineups are so viable here. You say no ceiling, and that doesn't just mean that, you know, any kind of like physics arc object suddenly has so much more space, but it's a lot easier to hit all those walls quite a distance too.
Absolutely, and we're going to see, once again, Hammerheads are just going to keep going B until they fail. Or at least until they decide not to.
Hey, rinse and repeat, right? If it got you 3 points, why not 4? We're going to look for this plant here. They've been loving the quick plant. The wall goes up to divide that. It's a reply wall coming through. Master looking to find something. Does. Kinetic to get one as well.
Oh, great kind of shot there from Sunny Lee. Gets 2.
1 left on the table, and he's not quite got the kit for it. Wow, VAL, I didn't even see the adjustment there. He's doing great. But, yeah, it's difficult to guard this site with a Marshal.
Got the shock dart kill, but still has to defuse. It's going to hit it once. Besides, okay, got a fake, and, you know, Sage is not going to take that bait.
After a fake, that's a great info dart placement. Does get to the half, but just doesn't know where they're at.
Yeah.
They take him, Shoujo just barely, to get the 4th point to the Hammerhead. Sounds like it's time for another B-roll.
I mean, it's so crazy because, you know, that first tap, Sojo just didn't move. So definitely could have stuck that, but it's always hindsight, of course. You know, it's always a tough call to either stick it, you know, tap it once, tap it twice, you know, all these things. So it's a mind game when it comes to that.
It really is a game of chess, especially in the one-on-ones.
Yeah, exactly. But did a great job of kind of trying their best there with that eco. We saw 2 kills there with the Sheriff, kill with the Marshal. He got 1 kill with the Shock Dart, too, that we saw. So
really using the full kit.
And then this time we see E, you know, kind of walk up here and look for the basically this push right away. But Hammerheads this time have decided to more so default towards this A push. So they decided, okay, 4 times on B, we got to change it up a little bit. Maybe they're going to kind of think of something. And they definitely were ready for the B just in case they did go.
And it was kind of a spread feel out. See who was playing aggressive, you know. Maybe their Excel sheet said that push times, rotation times were getting a little bit shorter. They were hoping to maybe just feel this one, next one out. They did take all of A site and are going to drop a pit right on top of this spike. Or a quick plant, some extra creds. Now Cat's first on the defense, going to take out Phantom.
Absolutely. And we're going to see E slowly kind of walk up here. Does get the kill onto Helkin. Or is it Keoken? Wow. Oh, gets hit through the wall, though.
Keep playing gentle through the wall now.
Close. That was a pretty close through the spray.
Player standing.
Sunny Lee does get him at the end of the day, though. Taps is Vuln.
And the lineup's well-timed. Feel almost ready.
Yes, a good push from Pryor there. Just pushes out through the middle there. No, this is kind of spraying through. And Hammerheads are playing a pretty dominant attack here. Definitely making it really hard for the Mammoths to react or even come up with an idea of how to react. It seems like, you know, Hammerheads are always kind of thinking one step ahead of what they want to do even before the round even starts. And I think that really kind of shows a lot what they've been doing. And that's kind of like what we were saying about last game, what they kind of needed to do to, I guess, win this game, or the things they did well last round was exactly that. We saw them whenever they committed and make decisions fast, they did a good job, and that's exactly what they're doing here.
Yeah, the Hammerheads feel so comfortable on this map.
And now we're going to see the Viper set up right there, so it's going to be really hard for them to push when you have the Molly right away, as long as with the smoke cloud.
No.
And then we're going to see E kind of have this Marshal here as they walk up. Master gets a headshot onto Pryor there. Great Marshal shot.
Ooh,
Cats.
Kinetic playing a bit aggressive here. Cats with a quick one. That has been a great defense from flanks.
Yeah.
We see the Hammerheads here.
Quick little interesting thing, too, if you're thinking, oh, wow, 2 randoms are being picked on this map now. Ever since they did the changes to Reyna's flash, it's actually pretty worth to play her now since you can flash from anywhere on the map. So definitely kind of adds to that, and I think it's a pick where people really think it's worth playing now. Sunny Lee playing really aggressive with these TPs.
Oh, wow. Sunny Lee. I mean, the Hammerheads were just spread all over the map. Off angles all around. It was difficult for someone with high mobility to come pouring through. Again, Cats to catch one off guard just with a knife out. Looking for one more. Is going to find it. Not comfortably. Phantom goes down. Master to follow soon after, and the Hammerheads take that one, it almost feels like by surprise.
Yeah, I mean, 6-0 here. I will say the shot by Kinetic there was just a fantastic shot. Sees the Neon with the ult, peeks mid, one shot, one tap, not anything else, and then insta TP. And I think that's just one of the most satisfying things in this game, is that with Jet Dash. I think those just one taps hit a little different.
It feels like the Hammerheads have now shown us 2 vastly different play styles.
Yeah.
The strong spear that just hits one site and really took them out. It just set up the site so quickly. And this other sprawling across the map, off angles everywhere, making it difficult for the Mammoths to rotate. And the variability between those styles has really got them points.
Headshot him
Cats.
there.
Yeah.
But I think it was the Phantom diff. But Phantom Brother does get it. Master X kind of going through the site now. Playing this mid area, I guess it's like you said, Hammerheads definitely have these 2 kind of different styles. They've been having this rush, and they've also had this kind of way where they fan out and default a little bit. But Sojo does go down there, and it's now 6-0. Master X coming through mid. Kinetic gets the kill onto Pryor.
One enemy remaining.
Kinetic gets another kill into Cats, and they're having a great job with this retake. And Mammoths are going to win their first round here. you know, they might be down 6-0, but they do not go 7-0. They want to go 6-1 there, so they do take that at the end of the day.
They do. I mean, this could be the catalyst for a decent turnaround, a good comeback.
Yeah, because, I mean, I think just sometimes getting that first round gets you kind of some motivation there. Because, I mean, I will say a lot of Valor is playing with that confidence. And I think when you're up 6-0, you're going to be playing with so much confidence. And sometimes that's a really good thing. Sometimes when you're playing with that confidence, your shots are going to feel absolutely different. You know, they're going to feel like they're hitting everything else. They're going to feel like you're not missing. So if you go 6-1, maybe it's like, okay, guys, you know, let's maybe do something a little different, or you can't beat that as much as you will, but sometimes that peaking that is good. So we're going to see the 6-1 here and see how Hammerheads bounce back from that first loss here. Looks like they're kind of just going back to this default area, having Cats show B a little bit, going through that mid area, which I like.
A nice spike in pocket kind of relies on good defense here. Cats going to be the first shot. Wow, just one to the jaw, walks away. No need for a reload.
Yeah, some great confidence coming from these players in terms of like their one-shot ability here.
Moving back around, we see one on the defense in A side. Otherwise, they're all kind of stuck behind that first line of spawn. The Owl going to be the first check around. Pryor with a beautiful one onto VAL. It has been silent kills so far. Almost no contact. Shoujo, quick one on a Phantom. And Pryor to E, stuck in the spawn. Just loops up for his next one. A clean kill by the Hammerheads. They will not let that 1 point offset their mindset and momentum here.
Absolutely, and that was a fast round there. Some great job. I like the lurk option of kind of having them play through that B elbow area and not working too much in terms of default, not spending too much on it. So I definitely enjoy that as well. And that's one thing I like about Breeze too, is when you show that you can attack B, I think it has a different presence than it would like on different maps. Like on this map, if you really can attack B like they did 4 times in a row, then that team is going to have to really force them to play defense on B every round and at least respect the person going B. Whereas like if you're only hitting A mid, they can only commit the Viper and have everyone else kind of play that mid A area.
And it's interesting that you can kind of turn the whole team into an operator that can move around and keep people honest. Like you're saying, they have to set up some kind of camp on B site every single time. If there's a chance they get a full force just rush that absolutely sets up spike area.
Oh, look at Viper does get a couple bullets in. Master gets a kill onto Pryor, and it actually gets out. So even to the score in terms of members alive, which is a 4v4 now.
And sends in a real pause. I mean, they were almost to sight, and now Mammoth's defense kind of owns the area from afar. But they just really offset the comfortability the Hammerheads had. Now, he's going to bring back Pryor. So all it did was really send it back in time. A quick flash does get Master from Keikonen. They're looking to now move into sight, feeling better. That first wall up, that's been a lifesaver a few times, but they got to watch this long angle coming in from the side. It's going to be a quick plant under a gentle wall here as they watch the nest. They got to be careful. It loops around from the back sight, but Phantom's the last one alive, so as long as they can keep track of him, they'll be feeling good. So, it's a hunt now. They are just racing towards him.
Cats has definitely been tearing it up on this, kind of offside of the map there, almost a lurk here. That entire round, we saw him kill, get that first blood right away, which is already a good start for them. Gets another pick mid, gets a third pick mid, at the end of the day, gets that 4th kill in the spawn there. So Cats is doing a good job of what their team kind of needs in terms of creating a lot of pressure that's, allowing them to get a lot more space than they should.
Yeah, I would love to see those first blood percentages because it feels like I say Cats' name right at the beginning of every round.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they do a good job of allocating the duelist role to the duelist, and Cats does it well.
Absolutely, and 8-1 at this point for Hammerheads. We see a lot of ults here from ability for both teams. Does get the Viper's Pit off in time before they get silenced, but he gets a shot onto him. Going for the res, and Master pushes up here. Gets a kill onto Shoujo as well.
And the counter Viper's Pit in the choke point. It is messy right here. We've seen 3 ults be fired in the first couple seconds. Now Master looking to take care of Keikonen, who has been down. There goes E. Going to get the credit on that one. Now holding the spike.
I do want to point out that Master X threw the Vandal away after getting that kill for a second to get back to the shotgun, and now back to the Vandal here.
Oh, that was personal. Oh. It was a shotgun to the down.
Cats might be able to get spike here and walk on the corner.
Oh, gives himself away a little bit with a shot out in the middle, but the decay is going to be returned to him, so he does get his health back now regarding shield. Kind of really trying to clear the entire zone before looking for the plant, but here's that contact. Yeah. Phantom Brother, 1 shot, bringing them another point. The Mammoths now 2. It's the Hammerhead 8.
And, you know, if it's kind of like the last game where, you know, maybe they're getting a little bit more of their stride there, maybe get a 4-8 going for them. But Hammerheads, I had a good idea there. I just think that, you know, Mammoth definitely had the guns for the scenario for once. I mean, I know it's weird to say, but, like, those Buckies were definitely got a lot of value in that Viper set being really close up. Once again, I really like the idea of the counter Viper Pit. It's just right there, you know, as soon as your KO goes down and then your teammate dies right in front of him because he's rezzing, it's just a really unfortunate situation. But now 2-8 here. Hammerhead's looking to get, you know, 1 or 2 rounds, of course, ideally for them as soon as they can. The Cats get 1 kill on. Phantom 1 for 1 as well, so 44 here. Throws a nade, has a pop, flash to the wall, flashes, pops through, sees one on stairs, but, you know, couldn't get the shot off in time. Sage wall there, to be really careful about headshots here, though. That's the one thing, is your headshot kind of shows more than anything else. Is getting tagged by the dart, has... Whoa! That's
just no good options there. Tried to get around the corner, but those Viper Pits were excellently placed. Now Master trying to make their way back downtown. Take care of just one left in spawn.
He had lineups there, so he went to them. And as soon as the as soon as the actual orb goes off, you don't have to worry too much about the mollies.
Excellently done. Mammoth's going to find their third point there.
3-8, and, you know,
As you
looking
say,
for that 4-8 if they possibly can, and definitely finding their stride of what they want to do or what they want to accomplish here. So, you know, sometimes it takes a little bit to warm up, and that's just what they're going. So, 3-8 here.
Those really damning ults, like the ones that kind of shut things down, or ults that could be counter ults to other people, are kind of gone. These are very offensive ults that we've got left, save for these Hunter's Fury, but that's still kind of a single event, so we could see any of those be popped here to try to secure this last round.
Yeah, and I will say, we have not seen an Empress from either Reina this entire game here, so definitely would love to see a little more aggression with those, but, you know, that's how it crumbles sometimes. Yeah. E had a pistol, so it definitely wasn't really a fair fight for them. Does go down. 4v5 now.
Moving straight in,
Does
they're able to
get a big tag.
That is a big tag, especially considering the Hunter's Fury is available now. Phantom Brother, amidst the chaos, is able to move up to a better side angle. That flash, so effective, though. It's going to be the one to take him down. Keikunen, good mindset to check that. Master taking from the side with a nice wraparound. A little bit more contact back there. Pryor comes out on top now. A 4v1. And Kinetic, with such a distance, takes one. Has the chance for an Empress.
Yeah.
I would...
Saving it somehow.
Got to be careful of the TP on the left. He might not know there's 2, though. Peeks a little bit wide. Goes down to that second one. So close.
Yeah, unfortunate there. But 9-3 there for them. Hammerheads had some, I will say, I really like the Pryor play. He's been playing those lineups that entire time. And so when you do that, you're going to be, okay, well, the Viper's probably playing in the spawn. He walks up there too, but he gets 2 kills because they have no, like, you know, they're not going to expect the Viper to push out like that. So I think that's a good play and good heads-up play by Pryor as well. But 9-3 here for the Hammerheads on attack. So Mammoths definitely need to show what they've got. The biggest problem, or at least hardest thing they're going to have to work through here, is not having the flash reliability like they have for that KO. But they do have the Neon ready to kind of go, you know, as crazy as they can here. So definitely going to need a big step up here for E to kind of get those entries in for this team. Definitely has the wall here for Sojo, so gonna hear them, gonna put it up, make sure they, you know, stop. Like the little pocket here.
Oh, almost really got them the payday there. That pocket was huge. Now they're gonna try to get rid of this wall. Beautiful one-way wall. Cat's gonna find one. Kinetic replies onto Pryor. Location is revealed, so Shojo's known to be at the end of this hallway here.
Oh,
wow.
I'll say, yeah, had his teammate help him out there. Great shot.
Keikunen with good backup. Shojo now alive and well, ready to move on to site. A little bit of chaos in mid there. Kinetic is going to find one on the Cats, who just was not at the right distance for that frenzy. Sunny Lee, unbeknownst to Kinetic, is watching from above, going to take an easy one. Kinetic with the 3K.
Last player standing.
1v2. Definitely can look for this win here if they find. Oh, great peek there by Phantom. And what an interesting round there. I mean, we saw a lot all over the place. I liked the idea of the wall, of having a little opening, just unfortunately could not get that going, though.
Yeah, that's the problem we talked about earlier with really thin angles. You just have to be so fast with it, and especially that it's really a game of surprise because they can see right through and shoot right through that angle. So after it was kind of burned on the first try, he had to back up, leave the wall to them. going to be a setup for a big B push. Mammoth on the attack. Got that first point from 9-3.
Oh, wow. That's a trip spot? That's interesting. Puts it in the cannon. Kinetic gets a kill onto Cats right away. Looks like the tables have kind of turned there from Cats getting the first bloods to the Kinetic getting the first bloods. So definitely doing a good job there.
Kinetic turning it into a 2-for-1. Pryor holding aggressive with this one's not going to find anybody because the A side is empty, trying to make their way back, catch up with their team.
Gun here.
Absolutely, we're going to see kind of...
Oh, just barely they see him. Almost got caught with his knife. Is going to be able to reposition, even send off this owl. Try to get a quick bolt out. Not quite going to find it. He knows they're playing aggressive, though.
Oh,
Just in time, and Master takes a free one.
I was say, Sonny Lee, I like that play. The drone goes out, and you just push it because you're going to put some pressure on him to either not get enough information with the owl or not going to be able to get, you know, a tag off in time, because if they do, you're going to get him.
Yup, same one with the Trailblazer. Pryor now tries to get those alt fires, gets a few damage off, but Master going to find a 3K for the win. Bringing it to a 9-6. That's 2 consecutive points for the team that was down at a 9-3. I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Maybe a curse.
Maybe a curse.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? Not me.
But 9-5 here. And, you know, once again, like I said, I think the biggest thing that's going to be playing these factor in these rounds is these first bloods. I mean, we've seen the attack side get the first bloods. I mean, for both teams here, be a big factor. I mean, Kinetic got 2 kills right off the bat, and I mean, immediately changes the tides. I mean, it's so hard to play this map with a man or 2 down. And so it's just, I think, being able to stay with those numbers, especially for those retakes, is very important on this map. And we're going to see Kinetic look for that mid. He gets a kill onto Pryor there with the shorty.
That's a
Sorry, Judge, my bad.
Cats, though, with a decent angle, sees those pigtails, takes it out nice and quick. That's -1 Judge for the field. Cat's going to hold this position, waiting for maybe this door to move, someone to come in through double, or maybe even an unsuspecting VAL to go in for the plant. That is spiked down, nice and center. Kind of change the win con, kind of change the focus for the Hammerheads. Cat's looking to make a quick move across, staying nice and crouched under the semi-wall. They stand up and look for an easy shot onto that Empress, and there it is. A 3K securing point 10 for the Hammerheads, just trying to break this curse a bit.
Absolutely. We're going to see 5-10 here, but like I said, the Hammerheads, they need a good round to get that 10 spot, at least get something back going on here, to at least give them the momentum of, hey, we're actually in the lead here. You know, sometimes you get kind of that mindset of, okay, you lose a couple rounds there. How can you know, get out of this rut? Okay, never mind, we're still winning pretty hard. So you definitely want to make sure that you kind of maintain that mental, I would say, is definitely a big one. So we're going to see them kind of keep attacking here. And I think, like I said, man, I think the biggest thing that's going to help for both teams is who gets these first bloods. I think it's been really kind of determining rounds here.
Cats playing nice and aggressive as usual. Is going to be the follow-up to a one death. Almost finds it, but Kinetic just playing right on through gives Phantom Brother the chance to find it.
I would say great, you know, kind of dismissed there by the Reyna getting out of the fire to live that trade there.
They're very funneled here. Shoujo going to get a free one as no left was checked by E. Sonny Lee following it up on a Kinetic. They're just all standing right there. VAL, not a lot of options. Tries to send out a quick dart. That's enough to at least secure a walk around, but the spike is still up there. You can't back up that far. They try to capture him. Unluckily, he made it out. They're going to be playing aggressive onto that spot to no avail. As we see the Mammoths try to rotate back around and re-hit this area. Looks like VAL's playing on some McDonald's Wi-Fi in Hawaii because it is not going well. That's all right, though. We'll see where he goes on this journey. Sure enough, ping at 217.
He looks like see it. He was like a Yoru TP.
He was rolling.
He just
I would have not shot at that.
that is fair. Oh, he TP'd back.
Seconds left.
Okay, here we go. It's a 0.5 v2 at the moment, or maybe a 0.1 because he's not actually there.
He's alive, though. He's honestly doing better than the rest of the team.
Yoru clone, you hear the sound, the whoosh, back in action. Has 13 seconds left, so I don't know how that's going to be optimal.
What a trial. All right, he's moving right in. Quick dart to show he's in it to win it, and all guns are back online. Shoujo may make contact, but he might just take this one as a save.
You know, all I'm saying is sometimes it's worth to have that 100-foot Ethernet cable to go out through your entire house. I'm just saying that sometimes it needs to be done.
It can be. You step over it every time you get into the kitchen, but you know you're not going to have a Yoru misfire.
Right. Absolutely. But it's now 11-5 here. Hammerheads lead. We'll see if we can get a 5v5 round if, you know, Velox's internet decides to kind of help up there. They've paused, I think, a couple times, so they, you know, ask why have they paused. They definitely are trying to, and it seems to be pretty sporadic, so not much they can do about that one.
It's true.
But we're going to see here, going to line up here for Kinetic. Hammerheads definitely are making some great plays once again, kind of getting back into this game. And we walk it through middle. That's a big silence there. You hear about, you know, 3 or 4. Ooh! Sunny Lee with the operator, though, does get Kinetic. That's just they're one of their biggest links here on the Mammoths for getting things started. So, great pick right away. Master X is going crazy with this Stinger here.
Until he got pinched. Prior to be the one to take that one and follow it up. Feeling comfortable on this side. Cats is going to be his help to set up that nice cross angle and absolutely shut down the site, bringing it to a 12. That is game threat. It is match point. The Mammoths have got to get their 7 points in a row here. And how are they doing on creds?
I do not think they have the most money here.
Yeah, it looks like it's not looking fantastic. Getting a little Guardian practice.
Yeah, we
and
see
a quick sprint off.
Some Phantoms, a couple Phantoms, you know, a Guardian or two. Didn't have the most there, but here we go. Game point here for Hammerheads, and Mammoth should take a thing out of Hammerhead's book, and they're going to rush B.
Let's play.
Oh, E struggling to
gets a pick onto Cats right away. That's a good start there.
And Shoujo just kind of shut down the site, really utility dumped, making it very difficult for them to get through. Another slow. It's going to make a good spray transfer onto E. Excellently done. They're going to be following in, but he retreats in time. Yeah, Sunny Lee with the crossfire to find an easy one. Good support from the back. They try to rotate around, maybe spread out a little bit. Kinetic, the last one at the main gates, decides not to. Phantom Brother in another part of the woods finds Sunny Lee.
Better
a little
off.
Chamber off.
Uses the better off there.
Better off. Op 2.0.
Yeah, just shoots way too fast, but that's another question. That's another day. Kinetic gets some space mid here. Gonna have to clear these corners. There's an operator on the ground, but seems like they're gonna use this Guardian at the moment. Prior gets a pick onto Master X. Ooh. Gets a pick onto Shoujo. Should be able to get a gun from this. Yeah, gets a Phantom. That's just the kind of needed here. Gets the overheal as well, so full HP. 2v2 here for both of them. I think the Tour de Force has about 2 bullets left, or 3.
Ooh, Kinetic just clomping right around, turns a blind eye.
It does get him at the end of the day still. Wants to shoot. You know he wants to. Oh, great shot, but does get the trade by Phantom Brother onto Kekkonen.
Yeah, beautiful bait by Phantom.
Yeah, I will say both teams here, the last, I would say about 6 rounds-ish, are doing great crossfires. We've seen a lot of insta trades of either one person gets one, they trade with another one, you know, 1-1. So I'm definitely really enjoying the process of, even though it's a 6-12 score, both are doing some great fundamentals there in terms of getting those crossfires down.
No, it's high-level gameplay. They're comfortable on this map, and the map control and the game sense are good enough that that just kind of feels natural. Like, you can feel when a zone is being watched and when you need to cross-watch it.
And there comes the other 2 to Force there for the Hammerheads. Sunny Lee going to be using that now, so we're going to see that here.
Very default stances for either side with a little bit of an A leaning. So we're going to see that push up come here as Phantom Brother finds one on a Sunny Lee.
Wow, great op shots.
Ooh, moving right in. Kekkonen gets a quick one. Going to be looking for a little bit more Veal through the smoke. Trying to just block this corner. A very thin angle. Almost finds it with the Marshall. Waits for another one. A good shot off, but doesn't quite find it. Gonna try to re-angle, but it's going to be so hard to push through this A site. They're playing aggressive and find him.
Yeah. Had the recon dart out, but unfortunately had the utility out as they peek. And there's the Empress. I think it's our first of the game, so hey, round 18, never too early.
Yeah.
Never too late, I should say. But anyways, they lose it anyways, so Hammerheads take that round to them at 13-2, and of course you want to be seen by expert college recruiters talking directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, game producers, then join the club. Esports tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. And of course, the Hammerheads take down the Mammoths. Up next is a fun show match featuring Coach Halter. So don't be afraid to go anywhere, as we are going to have a Game 3 coming soon. And so we're going to go to a break, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Protecting your customer journey from fraud is critical. According to industry analysts, Count's AI-driven platform is the leading solution. From account login to digital payments, Count is recognized for both its customer impact and technology excellence. Learn more at count.com.
Growing up in Idaho, we have certain rules we live by. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style.
And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We are broadcasting from the Boise State Esports Arena, and welcome back to the Fall Rumble. Up next, we end the night with a 3v3 match featuring Valorant head coach Halter. Can the students take down their coach? I'm your host, Brandon Ross Kozianski. Joining me for all the action today is Greg Old Soul Smith. And Greg, our 3v3 on Haven seems like it's going to be a little different than a 5v5 on Haven.
It's very true. No. If they are playing on Haven, then that kind of sets you up. You got to play either default or you got to play like a full flank with a retake. So that's really what makes it a show match.
Yeah, I was saying, I mean, I don't know if they're going to kind of, the rules they have set in place, but we're going to see kind of exactly how they do this. And of course, they need to figure out Doc's keys of the game to kind of get that advantage on their team, which is presented by Esports Tower. And in Valorant, you want to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, count cards, call abilities, and click those heads. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. And like I said, we're going back to that with a little fun show match on the 3v3 with Haven. Of course, Coach Halter is going to be on one of the teams. And like we were saying, I mean, there's definitely some approaches to go about it when it's a 3v3. There's like the keep one person on each site for defense. There's the put all three on one site and then just play retake. There's so many different options you can do, especially when you're attacking as well. Like, do you do a fake? Do you just do a 3v3, like, 3v1, and just hope that you just play numbers? And
think about agent select. Like, suddenly team play is quite simply either less important or more important. There's a couple ways we could approach this. I mean, there's not a lot of meta flushed out by the pros considering 3v3 versus the coach.
So you do like a cipher. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you do like a cipher and kind of lock down a place with that. Yep. I was definitely thinking Neon as well. Yours is a fun one because you can really kind of TP all over the place.
Right. You're kind of looking to really make one person more spread out, and I could see that as well with that chamber.
Absolutely, and make sure to check out that QR code for the amazing offer from Vitamin Shop. And if you scan it, you can see all their latest products. And, of course, getting into this first round here, And, this was basically before they've, played some games here. A couple of them just warming up a little bit. So we're going to see how they go on here. And, of course, the Crocodiles said their main goal is to style on their head coach. So that's what the players are kind of saying about this game. And here we go. We're going to see how they kind of play this map. There's the Yoru clone going all the way to A, maybe faking it out here. And I like how we're only going to see it through one POV, it seems like. So we're going to see it through, I'm guessing it's Coach Halter's point of view. Throws the smokes down, and then it looks like the Crocodiles will be playing more of a retake option here for the C site. And so far, it's planted at this moment in time. Does
Watching tight on the defense. Does make eye contact with another.
Gets a couple bullets out, but it looks like, who knows where the other three teammates are, so.
He's trying to say backside save. Oh, that crossfire was good, though, so Kinetic does find the reply onto that now that, does make eye contact with the last two. Kinetic now has to hold down the fort here. Tries to go for a little pinch with that.
Ooh.
Does find both of them. Excellently done.
I definitely like the Yoru pick on the 3v3 option with having that TP available, your self-flash. I mean, Yoru is definitely a self-sufficient character in terms of, I know duelists always, that's their, title is, they're self-sufficient. But, Yoru really embodies that with, his clone, his TP. You can do a lot of fun stuff in, 1v1 scenarios, so I'm definitely going to be looking out for that option indeed.
He does.
Coach Halter doing a kind of a cosplay what happened last game and acting like you're AFK in spawn. Does decide, okay, we're good there.
Ooh, the quick buy, keeping them on their toes, is going to flush a Guardian.
No armor, though.
No, it's all right. He doesn't need it. He does need the spike, though.
He does need the spike, though, yeah.
It's okay.
It seems like 3 players are on A site with the, the Yoru clones. They kind of have the steps ready for that.
He's going to move nice and slow here. Ian Kinetic to take their one. It's down to Coach Halter to find his. He's now feeling comfortable. The site has been cleaned. He's going to move right on up, have a little skin switch, and get in for the plant. Some extra creds never hurt nobody.
And Kinetic, they didn't even need Coach Halter that round.
They're too good.
They hit him with that, buy up, Spectres, take the advantage. Coach Halter might buy armor this round. We will see. But now it's going to be the buy round for the Crocodiles, so definitely makes it even more important to really not go down this round if you're the Crocodiles. And it seems like one of them forced last round. We saw they have 2,700 credits, so I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like we've seen teams in pro play do the light armor buy every round, or you just kind of light armor buy Vandals because it's they're probably gonna one-shot you anyways. So we'll see how that goes for this team. But he's gonna be pushing in there with Connect right behind him.
Quick force. I didn't see very many people check this back wall, but it's all right. E finds 2 of them. This could be the easiest ace they've ever had. A little bit of info there from Cypher. It's going to be a good flash from Kinetic trying to watch this line. Halter goes down. Reskin gone crazy, finds there 2. Who gets the ace? Yeah. Yeah, he already found 2, and so did Reskin. It's an ace off.
That's outside the map.
That's okay.
I think
that was a crazy TP. That was a good one. I like that.
I think he just walked through that.
Do you think so?
No, he definitely just walked. You
phased,
right
in.
Yeah. He just walked all the way around and then just went to him.
That's rough.
I like that because, he knows that you have Spike, but what if he pushed you? And that's exactly what he did. And so 2-1 here for the Penguins. And Crocodiles, like I said, they did lose 2 members, so that's definitely not ideal. But they have 1 available. And it looks like, the Crocodiles are looking kind of more for that, not all 3 on the side, but a 2-1, where you're seeing a kind of 2-1 B site being able to rotate at any time. I think we saw a shot there. Oh, yeah, your ult's going to be really big here because you can literally see the members that are there. E gets a pick onto Tom right away. Coach Halter, once again, just coming behind the 2 teammates who have already cleared the site and got the kill.
A narrow plant using the util. He's going to keep setting up. And Halter has been watching the flank constantly, always setting TPs up.
He is the insurance.
Yeah, no, those tripwires have always been at the rear, making sure they don't get any kind of cheeky flank. Because those big 2K, even 3K flanks, that's an ace here.
Yeah, I mean, he's that car insurance. He's just playing it safe. He's going to place things behind him, going to make sure that, hey, we're checking all the boxes that if it does go wrong and his other 2 cars crash, he's got this one settled, ready to go.
Yeah, bundle home and auto with Coach Halter.
I'm glad we went that way because that's exactly what's happening right now. There's the first one placed. And we're going to see it.
Enemy C.
Brimsmoke, he has an operator now.
Crazy.
And he's going to push through it with an operator. Okay, does lose the stinger. Okay, Halter, here we go. 1v3 scenario.
Can he keep up?
Gets one.
Yeah, his credibility's on the line here.
Got to have the street cred.
He's going to find one, walks through his own offensive,
Ooh.
knows exactly where they are, huge. It's a good use of the ult, that last reveal.
Did you even see him? Oh, he didn't see behind. You can see him on the map at least.
Map, yep. Long on C. That means he's not going to be going for it. Sets up a beautiful watch wire as well as a cam. He's going to go for a light B. Now, there's two angles, basically, that she could be coming from, and he's only really watching the one.
Yeah, he's going to go all out, even though I don't know if we saw him in spawn, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. We saw them at the end of C long. So I would not be surprised if they run through window. No, there they were. Halter's game sense and instincts are incredible, and they're caught by the tripwire and shown with the dart.
And a ace, a 1v3 ace.
The reverse clutch, beautiful.
Coach Halter, he
knows what he's
does
doing.
it. I love how as soon as he gets out of the TP, or like out of his camera, and then gets back in it, it's like right there in his face.
They're there.
And then it hits the trip.
No, good timing.
Definitely like that one. Oh, there it is.
Hitting the trip and getting the dart.
Had knives,
Embarrassing.
but decided the shorty was the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, shorty, great for those long angles instead of knives where they're accurate. No.
Thing is, Coach Halter puts that trip there, but I guess they are going ace. Doesn't matter, but you can actually jump over that from their side. There's the
was ready for it, but the knife of Vendetta so fast. Tom, angry.
Oh, he's there too. He's in their
Shuts
spawn.
it down. No, they played aggressive. They really played for this A. Is going to be setting off that one. Does get shot. Plays up a quick flash. Takes down Tama.
Oh, there's the operator.
He's going to use that wall. That slowdown going to be a little bit of a pain, but does get spike and moves out. E now.
Oh, great shot there by
Just
E.
ready for Happy. Good audio recognition there. Going to go for an easy plant.
Oh, I like this play. Gotta be careful with the gun, though.
It's true.
Oh, wow. Okay. Fakes into re-going to the site. Oh,
Sprints
does,
out, a
does
little
see
bit
him.
of eye contact. Decides to move across with the slide.
I'm out of here.
It's just playing for time.
He's trying to get like something sick play here.
Like baiting people out. Yeah, trying to
He's
go
trying to
for
get
the
that one
360.
tap here, like.
Oh.
And pays the price. E goes for the flex, but Rezkin does get him at the end of the day. And so at the end of the day, E does not get the clip that they were wanting.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I think if you go for it once, okay, you know what, you missed. You can't go for it multiple times because then the clip doesn't work like that.
Yeah, the clip.
You can't just clip it
you
at
get
the
like
end.
a 3-second clip.
Yeah, exactly.
And all it was now.
That's like the old montage, the 360s where the person's not moving.
Right.
It's like, okay, you're like, you know, sure you can hit it. Well, we gotta hit an actual game here.
Right.
When you hit the actual thing, it's way better.
Hitting a sick 360 in Kovacs.
That's
it's
what
like,
oh yeah.
It's
exactly.
Kovacs.
Right.
Yeah.
But you hit that in game, and everyone's like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
First try too.
Try.
That's also the same thing of like giving an ace. Like you have to get the real ace to get an ace. You know what I'm
Right. Yeah. If you set it up in a custom match for the real, that doesn't.
That's right.
They're moving well in. Coach Halter here has set up a
Lurking.
nice little, lurking with the spike, a dangerous game. He's going to be moving up on up B, using that entire utility. They've got a lot of support now. No one's going to be coming through double box. Sorry, through double doors across the window. He knows they're all in C. Pressure's coming in from the front of C, and now Halter's able to move in to the side. Going to do some simple checks.
It looks like Halter has played a 3v3 before.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like he's definitely done this before in terms of, like, he's ready with the setups. Because he has the mid-camera setup. He had, like, the, you know, the smoke for the... Oh.
Last player standing.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Great shot by Halter. Oh, Rezkin once again with the Headhunter.
Yeah, never take an easy player with a Sheriff or a Headhunter.
And this all stems from that E-Troll a little bit, you know, going for the clip play. And look at that, now 4-2-3. And we're going to see the clip once again. I mean, the Jet had a really good smoke here and then kind of go the right side, but Halter was ready for it after it didn't peek here, as we see. Does kind of get that good flick onto Tom, but unfortunately, Rezkin with the Headhunter does show up once again. Now 4-3, and it seems like they're kind of doing the same thing almost every time here by just kind of going AC, AC, AC with, you know, the three-mans playing together. Halter now has a Phantom he's going to be using.
He's going to let Kinetic take the bait this time.
There's the ult.
He hasn't thrown
Gets
too
two.
much behind him.
Looking for that ace.
Camera's around, even though Kinetic is already in.
Yeah, I would say, even though they've already cleared it, he has to make sure with his own vision. Cyphers don't trust anyone.
No. And why would you? You have the potential to check it yourself.
Exactly.
He's got extra utility up, really just shutting down the site. Doesn't want anyone to get in. Gonna open up that cage. He thinks they may be coming in from C across spawn. Spike's already down. They're really just manning their posts.
Okay.
Thrifty.
And
Gets
there
an
it
ult
goes.
down, but E gets the kill onto Happy. And it's now a 5-3 here for the Penguins. And we're seeing another op here from E. Didn't use their ult last round. Had some saving up credits to do. We haven't seen too crazy of Yoru things just yet. Maybe if it gets to like more of a 1v1 or 1v3 situation, that they can see that. Got to make sure the eyes are on them first so that everyone can see it. Peeks it with an op. Oh, sees one.
Oh, Coach Halter wants us to know that that is not a good tripwire.
He's like, hey,
Shakes
see,
his head
yeah.
and resets it. Okay, now no one can flank them from C long. He's going to take this spike right on down to B, as he's already set up a trip through window.
Cage triggered.
Has the smoke there because they could flank through their trip on A and get into heaven. So you never know.
Yeah, extra careful.
And here we have the Cypher player, the usual Cypher player, which is just in their cam, and they're going to die from mid for it.
Watching themselves, even though 2 utility was already up in A.
Probably wondering how they actually got there because
Yeah.
they had their trip, but the thing is they probably were just mid and sat in the corner.
Fight till the end.
Oh.
Or just like walked through mid into window there. That's like the only thing I can think of.
Or, yeah.
Because like he did smoke it off, so they probably just sat there and waited for the smoke to go off, and then they just see.
Well, it wasn't just
Cypher
the
in
smoke, it was the
camera.
cage. I don't
Yeah.
think the cage was ever triggered was the thing. So
Well, if you don't move, it doesn't make the sound. So like if you walk through a cage, you
Yes.
can hear like the
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But if you don't move when you're in a like if Cypher throws a cage at you and you don't move, it doesn't go off.
but the cage was never activated, was it?
his cage wasn't
Oh, okay,
in the
okay.
window. Oh, there's E. Pick right away onto Tom. It's now 6-3 for the Penguins.
Can you hear that Oru Yolt come out?
Yep. He gets to clear all the corners.
Retrieve the spike. Where is everyone hiding?
Ol goes out. Sees the 2 in spawn area.
Knows he's safe for the spike down.
Planted the spike. Cage triggered.
Make sure we don't have anyone coming through there. Getting hit with 2 cages and a tripwire. They're not letting
yeah, I
anyone
would say.
see heaven today.
I think the Yoru should TP. Just send it. Why not? See where it gets you. Oh, there's the attack.
They do take down Coach Rezkin now moving into sight. Kinetic, a quick response, and there's no chance now to be defusing.
Oh, nice shot by E there. That was a good little flick. Didn't have too much time to react to that either, so definitely like that play.
You clean up whatever's left.
Seems like Happy liked that play as well. And it is now 7-3 for the Penguins. And we're going to keep seeing them attack. It seems like attack might be a little bit more of the favored side, even in a 3v3 match. Who would have thought that defending 3 sites is a little harder than defending 2?
E apparently speaks a tiny bit of Chinese. I just asked Coach Halter what his name was.
Do you know what that means?
I do, yeah, I speak a little Chinese.
Well, it looks like Crag's got a little Chinese in him too, in terms of like speaking it. Wow, you were right. Look at that go. Look at you go. A man of many talents. Wow, double
triple. He's
that.
not falling for that one again. Oh, and the quick reply. Oh, Happy thought that he was going to catch Coach with the utility in hand, but it does not happen.
Coach is always on his toes.
He's always ready.
I feel like he goes for that fake plant spot every time. But then it's probably because his team's going to heaven, so he's doing a great job of adjusting. Taking notes, making sure to see kind of what's going on here. Is going to be sitting in this corner, waiting.
Found you.
Oh, there's the first trip. Now what's the second trip?
Destroyed.
Oh, they destroyed the second one.
Yeah, that means he's got to be watching either A short or A long.
Does have his camera back up. Oh.
One enemy remaining.
It's going to be difficult to defuse at this time already. We might even see Coach back up. As Kinetic just clears the site.
I would say
Was
once
that an
again,
ace?
Maybe. No, because Halter got the kill on Brimstone.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Remember, because he had the double trip and then
That
he
quick one.
instantly, yep.
Which is strange that Brim didn't let anyone know, because then the tripwire was caught later.
I really want to see the double trip be like triggered, because that'd been pretty funny in terms of like, okay, now it's the first one, here's the second one, but that's not what happened, and now we're going to see the 8-3 here. The Penguins are going to be the ones up 8-3. I don't know if they want to win this round, because the 9-3 still could exist, theoretically, hypothetically speaking here.
Cutting through.
Just saying.
They're going to be moving straight on in. A lot of visual denial, letting them walk right up.
Cage triggered.
Kinetic sending in a little bit of a teleport. Oh, means that they actually did not see him standing there, but Redskin and Happy now down a 3v1. The ace comes out.
Hiding.
Sorry, the ult does. So the
Ooh.
knives shut down pretty quickly by Coach with the ult. Giving away that position now. You're right, we're looking at a 9-3.
But the thing is, the difference being here on defense is that they have Coach Halter on Cypher. So he can kind of lock down like 1.5 sites in terms of like where he's at. So I think that kind of makes more opportunity.
If
for
nothing
that.
more like than just person tracking. And knowing where these three are is going to be huge, because there's no way to really shut down defensively everything.
Yeah.
You just have to be able to kind of multitask your angles.
And he can also play like different sites with his camera there as well to kind of see where they're at.
True.
So.
No, the 1.5 really comes out. But instead, he's decided to really buckle down and just watch C all by himself. He's
Yoro
now
with the TP over there.
This goes here.
So this is where the Yoro also comes in. They were kind of thinking ahead of time with this defense here.
I like it. Yeah, Yoru TP deep in the corner now, just in case they see anything. He's watching from an interesting angle. He's waiting for a deeper push, kind of watching his back a bit.
And he's just going to be sitting here. So this is just like POV your team Cypher,
Right.
who's just in their cam like the entire round.
It's going to remind you that
People play the game like this. That's all we're going to say. Just know that. This is like your, their Cypher enjoyer. Who's like, man, buff my character. I need a buff. What you mean? They need a little one. But let's not get carried away here.
ooh, Cypher makes nothing more than eye contact with
Yeah,
that
there's
chamber
the
there.
cam. Do not peek if cam is up, because cam can for you. Reskin. I think you should just use the headhunter the rest of the game, man. Honestly.
He's too good with it.
I think the other guns are not working. Not it. Headhunter, 8 bullets, that's it. And you can do it every round.
I mean, Redskin's KDA is going crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You don't need Vandals, Phantoms. No. You need a Headhunter.
600 creds, all you need to max
800.
out that
Well, it's a lot more
revolver.
now.
Oh,
It's 150 per
you can
bullet.
go, oh,
So whatever that times 8 is.
yeah.
You do the math. I don't know. You're the math guy. Here, once again, Cypher Enjoyer. He's going to be here for a while. Let's take a couple pictures. There it is. And see, the thing is, they don't shoot.
Sees two of them. Doesn't even see it. They
Yeah.
can't quite find it. A little bit too much screen time there. They're able to move in, though. They know right where they are. That's a spike down. Kinetic back into the woods
One enemy
Oh.
remaining.
and finds the second one.
They are classic demons. Oh, there's that hunter.
He's ready. This could be an ace. Redskin going to find
Oh.
E. Oh, he's coming at it. 2 or 3 shots even with the classic. Another couple. It's not going to be there. Was that the 360?
Oh.
Oh, no. He got it. He got the 360 with the
wow.
ghost. That's a rough one.
Ruskin, wow. I don't even know what to say. I mean, there was a lot of bullets. They had great shots there. Kinetic did. Ruskin came around the corner. Missed every shot as well.
You only get 4 classic alt shots, so he's got to keep dipping back to reload while this guy gets repositioned.
I like the jump right click, but after it's like, honestly, majority of the time I do this too, to be fair.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of people do it, is like, you just need a left click sometimes. The jump right click makes sense because that's like more accurate.
It's like surprise.
But then it's like you really got to do everything in your power to left click.
To be correct, yeah.
That's right. Okay, here we go. Oh, new camera spot. We got a new scenery here, guys. We're going to B sites.
Freshen it up.
Check out these boxes. Okay, go the camera.
One enemy remaining. Spike
Kinetic.
down A.
And this
Wow.
is, remember, POV your Cypher. Team is winning.
Game never gets played.
But you're ready if they're coming. The average Cypher enjoyer does not play aggressive. They let their team try to win first, and they're the last line of defense.
That goes there.
Which when you're playing with a Yoru and, well, with Kinetic on anything, but also
Wow, this is a nice spot.
that
You can just jump over
That goes
those.
there.
you can. Trying to keep them on their toes.
You can jump over
know?
both of those.
They're out of sight. They're not going to see them. They're not going to think to jump.
Right, okay.
But
Wait
yeah,
for it.
we're playing with some aggressive
There
people.
it
Like, E
is.
likes
All
to
right.
move.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why check an angle when
Oh.
it's more advantageous to have it check? Crocodiles now have some
Oh.
options. Looks like they're considering it. This is your time to shine.
He doesn't have any trips for main, though, so.
He doesn't. He's hoping they won't see him for a little bit and that this appears to be a short watch. Falls down. Nothing going to be seen. Nothing on this trip on short. Nobody moved main. It was a fake smoke. Yoru's making contact with the brim.
Oh, there it is.
Redskin going to be the one to find it.
Reskin Headhunter. That's right.
Looks like it's a little spar in mid. I saw maybe some 360 attempts on the screen. A fly bullet from Coach Halter. It's going to be the one to take it down to a 1v2. That brim's made a lot of contact. We've seen him a couple different places. Really playing whack-a-mole with the brim.
Spike planted.
He's going to start moving right in. Splits up with Coach as they approach C side. The Molly going to make it difficult. Is he going to force? Ooh, a quick little sprint. Forces through. Just trying to check this 50-50 gently. Check backside.
Oh,
there he was.
He almost
Beautiful.
fake-checked it. It was almost a fake check.
Yeah.
In terms of he looked right and was like, and then he's like, oh, okay.
I wonder sometimes if he's trying to gradually check pixel by pixel of the 50-50. I mean, like, check for shoulders. Okay,
Yeah.
check for jaw lines.
Look for guns.
Yep. Look for gun barrels.
11-5, and now Coach Halter has done his full CBA shifts. So now he goes back to his C shift. Maybe a little garage in there too, if he's feeling
garage
it.
action?
Oh, he is feeling it.
Oh,
This goes here.
a tripwire. That sounds new.
And this is the power of Cypher,
Yep.
where you just put your trips down, and then you just wait.
This is just going to be a Cypher thrash.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
This should do.
I love Cyphers on my team,
Right.
but this is the Cypher that you get. Like, hey, Cypher, can you help me push here? No. Okay, can you help? No. I got C, don't worry. I have my lineups. Okay, that's fine. And they just do this. It's camming.
Yep.
And then they get out of cam. Oh, everyone's dead.
Now,
It's like surprising. Oh, got his trip.
Does find one. It pays off. Yeah, they're trying to run away.
Oh.
Too thin an angle. Does ping it for the teammates.
I would say ping it for the teammates because he is not pushing out
Yeah,
there.
ping it for the boys.
Absolutely not.
Hey guys, someone on your turf. Someone on your.
Oh,
on your
whoa.
zone. Ooh, surprising. Finds one, gets the spike down. The other one in the air comes back down, and Reskin to find Coach Halter. Now it's down to Kinetic and E. Now it's down to Kinetic as Tom is going to be the one to find it. Tom, a force to be reckoned with here, just floating. Okay, not in the brim smoke, going to keep making their way downtown. Is the spike still there? Oh, they were on top. A little bit of damage off.
30
But we
seconds
didn't
left.
see Redskin make any damage.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thomas, that's a really hard spot for Tom because Tom at that point, he literally has to look all around him. And Redskin obviously was not found. So, or Kinetic, I should say. Redskin is the chamber. Wow. They have the same skin. And now it is 12-5. Halter is going to do probably the same setup we've seen about 7 times here.
Yeah, no excitement for the
Which is
potential
good.
last round.
That's right. Once again, guys, average Cypher enjoyer.
You want to play?
Which is not a bad
Let's
thing, just to
play.
make sure that everyone thinks if I am, they think I'm being negative. No, it's great. You need these players on your team.
And people talk about a lot in pro play. It's like, wow, he got that crazy kill. But keep in mind, for the last 7 rounds, he sat behind
That's
that
right.
door.
That's
He
right.
just sat there. Yeah.
And you might say, well, he's
One
not
enemy
fragging out
remaining.
like these duelists. But the thing is, he's... Ooh.
That one was almost incredible. We got the no.
I think the
Coach
game
Halter no
literally was
shake.
like, no.
It's like, please stop.
It's like, not today.
No one's going to be there.
Yep.
One remaining player on the Crocodiles, the last bastion, trying to uphold.
Cage triggered.
He has his camera, but he's... Oh, there it is.
Cage gets triggered, checking things
There
out.
it
And
is,
that's a win
and
as
that
Kinetic finds
is the
him.
win for Penguins. And of course, if you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, game producers, then join the club. Esports Tower members, players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are team noticed too. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or collegiate scholarship. And of course, we can now go into the ICU player of the game discussion, which I'm going to be talking about more so, I'm guessing, the first 2 games for the player of the game. I think Game 2, Kinetic and Cats on those both arenas were playing big roles in terms of what they were doing for their team. We saw a lot of first bloods by them. We saw a lot of action by them. And I think they were definitely the 2 contenders for that Breeze map for me.
Yeah, on my list, I definitely had NA Cats going as one of the top contenders just because of those first bloods, and we talked about what a big difference that made from round to round. For the first game, I had Jaguar, who actually had a lot of space, and we saw them setting up great crossfires and taking a lot of reply shots, really playing off the contact. Got a lot of good kills here. Rezkin.
Oh, yeah. I say Rezkin had a lot of good games as well.
Definitely.
Seemed consistent. He had a lot of great moments on this Icebox game. Definitely was one of the main contributors to that comeback kind of run they had. Had a lot of great kills. Even on the stage, 17 kills on this round here. Had a lot of aggressive moments. And of course, the player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central is helping members achieve financial success. Rezkin 3K is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game. And I think, honestly, a good deserved. We saw him play, the first 2 games. He did really great the second game as well, and just a consistent player for that team that, sometimes you really need. And so I definitely agree with that one, especially I always enjoy when, they have those battle sages going.
Love the battle sage. Love the sages come back on the ice.
Had a lot of good counter walls, too. I liked Rezkin's kind of ideas for that. And, of course, as we kind of close out these matches, anything you kind of want to mention today or any big takeaways today?
Nope. I love the decisiveness that we saw a lot of the teams play with, and being able to accommodate to the play style of the other team really got some people some big points.
Absolutely, and of course, congratulations to all of our team members on the excellent night of Valor. The Mammoths and the Wolves are set up for a round 3 showdown next week with a lot on the line for grand finals. The Hammerheads still have a chance to win it all as well, so make sure to check us out next Monday at 6 p.m. EST for the thrilling conclusion. And of course, we'll close out with the top 5 presented by Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time with more than 10 jobs offering a $20K bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a good one. Fire there with the shorty.
That's a
Sorry,
judge.
Judge, my bad.
Cats, though, with a decent angle,
Oh,
sees those pigtails,
nice.
takes it out nice and quick. That's -1 judge for the field. Cat's going to hold this position, waiting for maybe this door to move, someone to come in through double, or maybe even an unsuspecting VAL to go in for the plant. That is spiked down. Nice.
The opening, but when you have a Viper on your team, in terms of the Wolves situation, they can just kind of, throw that Twin Snake at the ground and basically
30
just
seconds
completely
left.
nullify the wall.
Yep, that snakebite really did AoE kind of nullify the wall. Rezkin with a great setup here, almost takes one in the background. Then the second, that's a 2K going to self-heal. Oh, does
the
find
kill,
one, but they're coming back around for him. He's got the mobility to stay alive. Only 23 left with 7 in the clip. Looking to make an aggressive peek onto his man here. Going to find it. Oh, switch to the sidearm for the next.
4K.
Excellently played. E with the 4K goes down to the acid.
Still available, so it's not a 5v2 scenario here for Wolves. Definitely want to win this round quite bad if they can.
Last player standing.
Jaguar gets the one on a Shudgo, and now Pryor gets one as well.
Spike down
Gets
A.
two.
Briar's angle right here is totally paying off.
Oh,
Gets
gets
for a
three.
third one. The reverse ace. Yeah, taking care of that. Long distance shooter. Sunny Lee suppressed, still looking to move in a little bit, taking some jump jiggle peeks.
So he does have the showstopper available. Here we go. Gets the space. He's telling his team to move out of the way.
The response,
One enemy
showstopper to
remaining.
find one,
Oh!
and moves it up to